This is Umar for BoxNation in association with Global Next Trade. And it's the main man I'm joined by, August 23rd. It's all about Jack Rafferty. Obviously, you've got this big opportunity at Queensbury and DAZN have delivered you, Jack. Mark Chamberlain is the man in front of you. But this does feel like the big breakout fight for you in British boxing because it's all about you, essentially, Jack.
Yeah. Coming off a great win with Henry Turner. 2 fights since, and like you said, Frank's delivered along with DAZN main event, Altrincham against Mark Chamberlain, a great champion. So expecting fireworks on the night.
Yeah, you're the momentum fighter here. Going into the Henry Turner fight, I think a lot of people probably swaying towards Henry Turner.
Yeah.
Obviously, you've got a good IQ, very good boxing skills. I know you had him in the gym. Was it yesterday?
Yeah, yesterday. Yeah, I've used him,
which was good to see. But you were just too much for him on the night. You just don't stop. You don't let people off the hook. You just keep on coming and coming. Now, someone like Mark Chamberlain, who's a big puncher, probably you think on paper that style actually suits him. But I'm assuming that whatever Mark hits you with, you'll walk through and you'll walk him down and try and do what you did to Henry Turner.
Yeah, I don't want to get hit with the shots, and especially Mark. Like I said, he's got thunder in his hands. He's been knocking, some good kids out. He can punch. He's a tall, rangy, another southpaw. No, I don't want to get hit by him whatsoever. I respect him. Great fighter, great champion. So yeah, no, I don't want to be getting hit by them shots. So if I can get out of the way of him and get my work off, and if you have to take a couple on the way in, take a couple on the way in. No, I don't want to get by them shots.
So we're looking actually at a clean performance from you as well in this fight where, you're avoiding that punishment. His biggest strength, I think, would be that, when someone is walking onto a shot and he lands that big left hand or that big right hand as well. But we're looking for a clinical performance here from what you're saying.
Yeah, definitely. Like I said, it's about hit and don't get hit. And the less punishment you can take yourself and giving the punishment out, the better. I don't want many miles on the clock. Hopefully my career, is just blossoming. Like I said, off a great win off Henry Turner, another couple of wins, and on the 23rd of August will be my best performance.
How do you think he's going to be first time at a new weight, Mark?
I believe this is going to be the best Mark Chamberlain. People are going to say, where does he go after this? And he might think that himself, who else is going to give me another opportunity? There's a big opportunity here, British Commonwealth titles on the line. What do I do if I lose this? So he's going to be putting it all in the gym. He's going to be working hard. He wants these titles just as much as me. So I believe, and just as well as me, this will be the best Jack Rafferty. This will be the best Mark Chamberlain. What's coming up? He don't want to let that what he's got now, slip. So it's gonna be a cracking fight.
I'm sure it will be. Yeah, I think you've got to have that mindset because the Mark Chamberlain we saw prior to Padley was on fire. It was His Excellency's favourite fighter. He made no secret of that. And what we actually saw at Wembley, it was like Josh Padley's world title fight, and maybe Mark will admit himself that the hunger wasn't perhaps same as Padley, but now he's at that tick over fight. Mark's back in, a big fight main event. This becomes sort of his world title fight. So you've got to be on your A game, as you say.
Yeah, definitely. I respect every opponent I get in there with exactly the same. Like you were saying then about the Padley fight, take nothing away from Josh, but would the best Mark Chamberlain have beat Padley that night? That's the question. Did he take his eye off the ball? Did he let things slip? There's woulda, coulda, shouldas, but I believe that best Mark Chamberlain would have beat Padley that night, and he's not going to want to slip again, up against me. So, like I said, I know what to expect off Mark, and I believe it will be the best Mark, and it will be the best Jack Rafferty.
Have you ever done rounds with Mark?
No, I haven't. No, I think every other southpaw, but I've had a few on the trot now. Luckily enough, I've been in preparation for Mark for a bit. We were sat next to each other at the press conference. Very respectful. He had a job to do. I had a job to do in Choreo Regan. We touched upon it, and we're here now. We're here. We're fighting against each other. Both, it's brilliant. Two men training for each other in the prime, grafting hard. And battling out on the night, and it's brilliant. Yeah, can't wait for 23rd of August.
If, and in your opinion, when we see a peak Jack Rafferty on August 23rd, do you believe he stopped Mark Chamberlain?
Yeah, Yeah, definitely. I'm not. Listen, I don't go for the stoppages. They come and I can't eat. Them stoppages don't come. If you think you're gonna go in there and stop someone, it doesn't happen. Tried it. Doesn't happen. Listen to commands. See where he's at, and I'm like I said, them stoppages will come. If I'm doing the right things. So if I do the right things, them stoppages will come.
Talk to me about the atmosphere that we're going to see inside.
Well, what is it? All 2,500. There's 2,500 tickets sold. There's people begging for tickets. I fought the co-op and all that. This is going to be brilliant. Like I said, I'm very grateful for the opportunity of Frank and his own for making this headline. British and Commonwealth titles. I'm taking that minor loss in Mark's. These two proud British lads fighting for a title. I believe this is my hardest fight. I believe this is Mark's hardest fight. Battling out for the British Commonwealth title. There's massive things next for the next person, so he wants that, and I want that.
Are we looking at European and world titles next?
No, listen. If Frank says jump, and I'll say I've said it before, but I'd like to win that British outright. For a bit of history and a bit of something, that's for my mum. That's for I said I'd be a champion, British champion. Then the rest can be history. Listen, I'm not thinking that far ahead yet. I've got Mark Chamberlain. I want to do a great performance against him, be a great Jet Rafferty, show what I'm about, and whatever's next is next. If Frank says it's that, if Frank says it's that, it's that.
That's a pretty nice thing you said there. That obviously your focus is on Mark, but if you do have the opportunity to win the British outright, defend it 3 times, you join an elite club firstly, but also doing it for your mum.
Yeah.
That felt genuine what you said.
No, it is. If someone said 5 years ago you're gonna win a British title outright against some top kids, a few of them have been southpaws, but against some top kids, I'd probably, what are you on about? I'm gonna do that for history. I'm gonna do that for myself. I said to my mum I'd be a champion. Like I said, win that British outright, and let's see what I can do. The rest is history in a way. I'm not saying I only wanted to win the British outright. That's me. Listen, I'm stepping up to each level. I'm doing what I'm supposed to do in the gym, and they're getting the rewards for it. Luckily, with DAZN and Frank, they're giving me the opportunity. They're giving me the opportunity to shine in that ring, and I will carry on doing that.
Well, I think that's a good note to end on. I think the perfect night would be for you is to win that fight against Mark Chamberlain. Obviously, see Zach Miller beat Leon Woodstock.
Yeah, another great night for the Finest Gym. Listen, we're slowly putting the Finest Gym back on the map. Terry Flanagan, 5-time WBO world champion. Giving Steve Maillet the credit what he deserves, and showing what he does. What he's done for us, what the work he's put in for us, and what work we're doing. Both our hands raised at the end of the night. Both going back healthy to our families, and big things next.
Brilliant. Listen, Jack, thank you very much for talking to BoxNation. Best of luck for the rest of camp. Not long to go now.
Not long.
August 23rd, roll on live on DAZN.
Thank you.